All right, it's recording. Hi. All right. So, reconciliation with Marino. Let's take a look and see what's going on there. It feels like a real precarious, I guess. Precarious, tender, and fragile are the words I'm getting. Tread lightly, that kind of thing. Yeah, tentative. That's also a word that's come through. Let's see what's going on. Reconciliation with Marino. We're going to do this spread in the Australian 10 style and then see what's going on for clarifier. So here we go. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of time. What I'm getting here, hopefully you can see all these. You can see if I can lower this down. You can kind of see. We're getting the Strength card crossed by the Three of Cups. This is following the gentle nudge and your inner knowing and what you know about a thing. It's not forcing the square peg into the round hole. You cannot force it. But the Three of Cups is saying the challenge here is, feels like somebody feels like they're taken for granted. Somebody feels a little bit underappreciated. This is the one where everybody should be celebrating another person. Instead of being tolerated, they should be celebrating. And somebody is not feeling that. It happens when it's the challenge, when it's feeling a little bit wonky, is when somebody is feeling taken for granted and not seen even. There's this a sense of not being seen as you are, as what's going on. Now, the star in the conscious and the 4 in the subconscious. So the star is the hope, the dream, the true north that you have consciously, what you want to call in. The subconscious, 4 of Pentacles, this is somebody holding back, somebody that's greedy, somebody that's really, really guarded, subconscious. Below that, what I'm seeing here is these. We've got the Page of Pentacles and also the 5 of Swords. Somebody being right at any cost. This is the right fight, the needing to be right, the needing to be right, the needed to be right. Subconsciously, whatever you're dealing with, whether this person knows it or not. And this feels like in relation to somebody that would argue to the end of the earth that the sky is green and the grass is blue. And until you say, yeah, the sky is green and the grass is blue, they're just not going to budge. They're not going to go anywhere. This feels like a huge power struggle going on and somebody holding back, holding back. Now, here's the Page of Pentacles in the position of you, offering this huge, huge gift. The Page is the one that I often call the Batman card. It's the one where you've studied and you know well enough. You know what you know. You've seen this play out. You've seen a pattern already. This is coming through as a pattern. I want to see a little bit more on this. The star and the pattern. It feels like actually you should be moving forward. It feels like actually you should be moving forward, not with this person. Yeah, 9 of Wands. You're defending. Okay, curses on that. So what we see on the recent past is the 6 of Wands. It feels like a victory. And then moving forward is the Hierophant. This is when there's institutional growth and knowing something that's going to help you further down the line, a traditional thing that you want. Now, this is having access also to information. Sometimes with job, this is a promotion. In this kind of question regarding reconciliation, is this a promotion? This doesn't feel like a reconnection and love going forward. What it feels like is you recognizing that perhaps you don't need to do this pattern again, recognizing that perhaps you've grown beyond it. Now, what we've got here in the hopes and fears, anxiety, stress, difficult sleep. This is the rude awakening when the epiphany comes. It's like the mini of the tower when the bolt out of the blue comes through and everything changes. Everything has changed. Your understanding of what it was has changed. There's something about you have enough evidence, you have enough knowings to know that this is complete, and it probably, even if you did reconcile, wouldn't go anywhere. Does it feel like reconciliation is there? No. She's walking away from the fruits of labor and she's going towards something else. The fruits are all coming in, but she needs to turn away from something. That's not usually how this card is illustrated, by the way. It's usually got all the fruits on the vines, like right here, but it usually has the person evaluating. She's turned away from that. Let's see what else is going on with this. What else does she need to know regarding this with Marino, this reconciliation? I want a line of 5. Let me shove these up and out of the way. Wow. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah. This is you, understanding that you're the Empress, knowing your value, knowing your role, knowing that you are ready to move forward. Chariot comes in. These are powerhouse cards. This is what's going on. It feels like you have outgrown and need to move on from this. Really, really move forward. Understand your role as the Empress. This one came through and it's almost like he's stomping and having a temper tantrum here. This is a If it were the Queen of Wands, it would be somebody that was fevered and having like a fever type of temper tantrum, infectious, venomous type of energy. With this one, it's just the ego is in the way. The ego is in the way big time. What's coming up next? The Tower. This is the mini of that. No wonder you're feeling anxiety. Everything has to change. And even if you keep building and keep building this relationship, something will throw it down. When we don't listen to our subconscious, when we're getting sleepless nights and we don't listen to our higher self, if we don't listen long enough, the universe will take us on a detour anyway. So this bolt out of the blue, this epiphany, this rude awakening and the aha in the night is you knowing you've outgrown something. And what else comes through? Oh yeah, death is dancing on and dancing forward. It's death and transformation. It's time to move forward. The reconciliation doesn't look like it's there. What else do you need to know to go forward? I want to get a little bit nosy on this. We're going to go into the Mystic Soul Tarot. I don't have a third of the Good Fortune Tarot. Let's see what's going on. What does she need to know going forward? So if there's no reconciliation, and the cards on the energy right now is indicating that that is the case, let's see what else does she need to know for her own growth. Wow, this one wants to pop. Four of Swords, you need the rest. Absolutely, it's time to rest. What else is coming through? Wow, it's like I can barely wrap my hands around these cards. They don't want to come up. They don't want to come up. There's something that strong attachment to the comfort zone of what was been past. These two want to come up. King of Cups and Ace of Swords. This is saying, you know the truth. You have it in your hand. Stay in integrity. Hold your own, hold your own, hold your own. Stay in integrity with yourself. This is huge for you. Next one up is keep calm and carry on. When you got the King of Cups, you know there's emotional turbulence. You know the water is up, down, up, down, up, down, right? You're meant to surf this wave. You're meant to flow a little easier. What else does she need to know? What else does she need to know? If it's time to let go of something, if it's time to move forward, if the reconciliation isn't there, it's not the time for the blame game. It's not the time for what went wrong and deep analysis and being in your head and being in a like, worry. No, it's not the time for that. Sometimes we outgrow. Sometimes people are part of our path, part of our lessons, and not meant to be forever and ever and ever. Let's see what else she needs to know. 3 more on what she needs to know. Jeez Louise, yeah. It's time for you to move on, move away from what is unfulfilling, unsatisfying. When you drink from all of these cups and they're so full, but you still walk away, there's just nothing there for you. There was a book famous years and years ago, and it was called Like Water for Chocolate. And the title itself is beautiful because if you're wanting chocolate, but somebody gives you water, if you're wanting sweetness and somebody keeps giving you water, they're giving you neutral at best. That's what's coming through. It's time for you to walk away, start kicking ass and taking names. I mean, look at this. Here's the Knight of Wands coming in strong, strong, strong. It's going to take some of this balance. Now, this Two of Coins, it's also like the Chariot. Balance is needed, and so you can move forward. This is where you're going to feel a little unstable and a little bit shaky on that one. You're going to feel a little wobbly. That's okay. That's really understandable. Try and keep your balance. Try and keep your head above water as the up, down, up, down, up, down happens. Remember this part. Remember this aspect. Keep calm. Keep calm. Stay in alignment with your own truth, all right? This is huge, important for you. And get plenty of rest and good self-care. So when you need to retreat and pull back, do. It feels like this person is still capable and more than capable of pushing your buttons and getting you riled, getting you a little bit nuts. Yeah, it does feel like an up-down roller coaster. Yeah, it feels like this person, they know how to play you. They know how to push, whether it's triggers or pushing your buttons or whatever, they know how to string you along just enough. And it feels like you know that's what's going on, but you don't want to let go yet. Because let's face it, a lot of us really would prefer to be in couplehood than be single. And wanting to be in a couple and wanting another to have your back, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But when you have the wrong one, it feels like you're lonely anyway. There's plenty of people that spend years inside a lonely relationship instead of just going on their own and feeling more fulfilled. If it has that bittersweet thing going on. It does feel up and down roller coaster. It does feel chaotic. Let's look one more time here, just in the remaining of the blue. You saw the yellow and the blue of the Good Fortune. What do you need to know for this week? I just want to get nosy for this week. Just a few reminders. If it's death and transformation, think about the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. Think about the caterpillar needing the nap and taking the nap and then finally emerging. It feels like you're in process. Yeah, Page of Swords. You've seen enough. You have really, really seen enough. And then Temperance, another card of balance and transmutation. This is going to require a lot of patience in order to transmute this old energy and go towards something new. If you're going to go forward towards something new, if you're going to take yourself seriously, if you're going to listen to your higher self, it's going to get uncomfortable for a little bit. And that doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means you're growing. That feels complete right there. That's what I've got for you, honey. Good luck on that. Good luck. If the cards were bringing something else forward, I'd tell you, but none of them were bringing anything like reconciliation is a good move for you right now. So that's what I got, Simley. You are so welcome. You're so, so welcome. Good luck, good luck, good luck. And take extra good care of yourself. It's so hard sometimes when we're trying to figure out what to do about moving on from a relationship. Take extra good care of yourself right now. Okay, next is Krista, a mini and a pinch. Okay, and Krista, did you have a specific question for your mini? What do your guides need you to know? Thank you. Hang on, I'm seeing right now. I'm trying to get this to open on my little phone. Come on, you. For the next 3 months. Okay. We're going to go the Star Maiden for you. Hang on. For Krista's mini. Okay. What's coming through really, really strong is a little bit of an echo from the song Call Me from Blondie, and it's ooh, ooh, ooh. There's like all of this tune that's coming in, tune that's coming in, tune that's coming in, and it's like call. The guides want you to call them, to ask for the help, to start flexing and relying and trusting that when you call and ask for your guides' help that you're going to get it. They want you to flex your muscles a little bit more on that, exercise that a little bit more. Let's see what else is going on. The access. Okay, we're going to start with this and then we're going to move forward just a little bit more. But this is what's coming on. What we've got here is the Hierophant, having access to the higher power, having the information and the wisdom that's traditional. Now, we think traditional, and this is the Pope card, but if you go back even before popes and Christianity in, history of the world, you rely on your senses, you rely on source, you rely on divinity. These are things that we're learning to do. That is the older tradition that you're being asked and called towards. Now, what's going on down here? Hang on, let me see if I can get this so you can see. Yeah, right here, we're seeing the moon, the intuition that needs to come through. And this is when things are batshit and you're at the gates of fear and you're like, ah. Usually you see the two pillars on the side and it's the gates of fear. With High Priestess, the two pillars are the pillars of knowledge or pillars of wisdom. With this, you're at the gates of fear. There's something about the limiting beliefs that you have, that you think that it will show up a certain way, that it needs to shift. And then it's like being poured on you. Now let's see what else is coming through on this. We're going to see what else is going on. We're going to get the same deck, second deck. We're going to do the 10 spread right here. What is the first lesson you need to pay attention to? That's going to be in the position of you. The challenge in the conscious and subconscious is going to be the challenges. Let's see what's coming up. Wow, crisp, loud. When you hear it, you need to pay attention to it. This is very, very big. Your guides want you to pay attention to the clairaudience. Clairaudience is what's coming through. You need to pay attention to that. Big, big, big. Huge. Wow, this is gorgeous. All right. These cards, you got a gorgeous set of cards going on. What you have here, 3 of coins. We just saw it. We talked about them putting in the stained glass window. In the other deck, it was represented with the 3 coins, kind of a little more close together. But here you can see this person has the skills, the knowledge, and the knowing. This is what it is. What do you need to have? Your skills fine-tuned. The person doesn't just do the stained glass window overnight. They fine-tune that skill. They learn how to put the pieces of glass together. They learn how to heat whatever it is that fuses the glass pieces together. And this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing fusing the gifts together. Give me a second. What I'm getting is the stained glass window, and I'm getting something that is white bird in the sky, stained glass window. And it's like if you were to see it in stained glass, the white bird in the sky. This is fusing together the divine knowing that's right here that challenges you with the clairaudience coming in. This is how you're paying attention. Clairaudience. Yeah, call on your guides. Ask them for signs. Ask them for what's coming forward and be open. And it's not like every time we ask for a sign, it's going to be ba-bum. No, we have to pay attention to the subtle realm and the quantum as well. When you think something's flittering by, when you think that you're seeing something, if you're like getting things in the periphs, yes, it's like you're getting things in the peripheral field of vision right through here. And it feels like you're getting that, you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, that's just dust or blah, blah, blah. Be aware. You might be seeing orbs. You might be seeing spirit moving through. It feels like, yes, it feels like you might see a little bit of orbs a little bit more. Be aware. These are the things that you're starting to fuse, this receptivity. It's like you're learning to fine tune, to tune in. I'm getting like old school radio where you have static, 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 and then you're right on the sweet spot and you can hear everything coming through. Yeah. Conscious and subconscious. The perfect pairing, the perfect energy that's a match. It's finding that match. It needs to be equally offered. This is huge for you. And then the Empress energy, the receptivity, finding what is the perfect match when it's offered. Not what's less, not what's more, what's equally matched. Putting yourself, again, dialing in that frequency so you're receptive, receptive, receptive. Then the abundance comes in. For the next 3 months, I am really getting, this is about fine-tuning, fine-tuning. The next card's out is in the recent past. It's showing the Strength card. This is the card where this is really listening to the subtle nudge, really listening to the subtle nudge. When you have lyrics dropped in your mind or in your ear and you're hearing them, remember that. And it might be just as clear as those notes from that Call Me song, whatever this is. This is very much you remembering self, reclaiming self, understanding and honoring it. And it might not be that you have to go into the whole song for all the lyrics. It just might be a phrase and a phrase and a phrase, and it feels like it's dropping. It resonates. Yeah. This is resonant sound. Huge coming in for you. In the near future, the Ace of Pentacles, the big gift, your talent and your gift. This is being grounded enough that you can take it in, be receptive enough with the Empress subconsciously that you are ready. And then offering the gift. Learning to trust it more and more and more is what's coming through here. The 10 of Cups. This is huge. You have it here. It's in duplicate, guys. The 10 of Cups is no joke. This is your wish coming true +1. This is your atmosphere as far as your home and home front, domestic bliss, happiness on the home front. Whatever the environment is around you, you need to keep it so it honors your truth, so it's set up so you're clear. Not everybody's going to have space to devote to like a meditation room or whatever. But if you have a little spot, whether it's your altar or a corner that is where you get grounded, you get into your own zone, needs to be aware of that. Be very aware of it. It needs to be tended is what I'm getting. It needs to be tended, just like in some cultures they would offer foods or something to the gods on the Day of the Dead or the ancestors on the Day of the Dead, that kind of thing. There needs to be an offering of spirit, of self, of you getting in your zone. It's like when people get in the work mode and they're ready to do the work. This is what it is. This is where you're getting harmony coming through, teamwork coming through. This is big. And then choices. And this one is like blind ninja going on. This, usually she's shown sitting down and she's usually shown like trying to weigh the decision out. This is like just honing your senses. And what's coming through strongest on this card isn't the making choice, isn't the stalemate aspect. It's the blindfold that's coming through. So it doesn't feel like the visual is where it's at. It's something else. So let yourself hear, let yourself feel, let yourself know. Eyes closed on this. Get centered with your eyes closed. It's big. I don't know why so much, but yeah, it's coming in as if you were to like do that, or when people used to put I always do this, hoods, like capes and hoods or scarves over or veils over their head. It's something about keeping the sacred space contained and sacred and to the self. And then the blindfold is really asking you to pay attention to the other senses that are opening. You're trusting the intuition to guide you. Yeah. Important. Really, really. It is like you're a blind ninja in this. It doesn't have to look a certain way, but you do have to tune in. In the hopes and fears, the 9 of Pentacles. This is the one who's sitting pretty, but feeling a little isolated, feeling like Perhaps they're too much in their garden, and you see the bird over here. And this is usually, she sends that out to check on things. She sends feelers out. She's really got this time of luxury, and it's almost like she's sitting pretty in this sense. It's like, well, if it's not happening quick and dramatic, is it actually happening? Yeah, it is. And this one is sitting in the garden and like a little bit almost restless feeling coming through. It's like what's progressing, what's happening is what's happening. White bird right there. You're going to see white birds a lot. That's the visual that you will see. That's what's in the stained glass window. That's what's here. There's wisdom in the white bird. Yeah, there's something about this that be aware. You may encounter like white feathers also. Like sometimes you'll encounter dove feathers or bird feathers along the way. You might encounter that as well. So just be aware. The signs and signals coming in. I'm getting interrupted here. 1 second. I'm getting interrupted. I mentioned the white feathers and I'm getting it floating. There is it's the white feather floating on the river. I don't know what that's about. Anything else on this? You need to follow the flow of the river. We've talked about this with you before, but yeah, the white feather's coming in. It's like a hand reaches into the river, grabs that feather out, shakes it out, dries it out, streamline, makes into a quill. I don't know if that makes any sense, but if you're following the flow, you're going to be able to write things down. So pay attention. We've talked about the evidence file and how you write things down in the notebook and keep track of things. Also write your intuition, what you feel is going on. Yes. You can do the Q&A dialogue with your guide. You can do that. You could write questions to your guide, and you will find that as you're writing, automatic writing could come in and help you get in tune as well. We've got the Six of Pentacles as the outcome here. This is the gifts, and you are being given. You need to be very, very charitable with yourself as you learn. Give to yourself as you learn. This is a big thing that you're taking on, and it doesn't happen just overnight. It happens slowly, built over time. Consistency over time is what builds trust in your own spiritual growth. Consistency over time is what builds trust in yourself. What helps you realize that, oh, that wasn't just some random feather. Oh, that wasn't just some random bird. Oh, that wasn't just some random phrase or thing. You'll notice. If it stands out, write it down. Maybe one day all you're writing down is lyrics. Maybe one day all you're writing down is when you're seeing white birds. Or maybe you're writing down everything. Just pay close attention. Anything else that she needs to know going forward? Next 3 months. I'm getting it again. I don't know when you're going to hear this, but you probably will hear the radio. You probably will hear a song from Blondie that comes through, because I'm getting that. It's coming through again. And the guides are saying you need to ask. You need to dialogue with them. You need to call. You need to ask and expect yourself to be able. Allow yourself to be able. Allow. Not expect. Allow yourself to be able to call upon them and have them respond. We'll keep going. Hang on. All the way around. Now I want you to see this. This is what we've got down here. We've got all this arcing all the way around. I don't know if you can see it, but this is what's going on. Well, we've got, I'm going to speed read these as they go through. Do not refuse, even though it's slow. Do not be in a state of refusal, even though it's slow. It's not about being right. It's about being receptive and knowing what the limitations are, knowing when to walk away, knowing what to walk towards. Be in the space to celebrate each gift. Be in the space of open flow. Learn from others as you go forward. Celebrate others as you go forward. Celebrate yourself and others that would lift a glass to you. Answer the higher call. Boom, 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 boom. Judgment. Answer the higher call. It's just, I just can't say it any huger. Look, it's like she's got a megaphone. This is the megaphone from the higher self, and this is you answering the call. Respond. Allow justice and balancing of the scales. Allow karmic timing, divine timing. Allow the inner knowings that come through, the inner sense of fairness or rightness. Not because you have to position yourself to be right, but allow yourself to know the knowing. Allow yourself to explore, to be on the dark night of the soul, be on the path, be where there is darkness and illumination, and you're testing it, you're exploring, you're learning. Allow the learning to look with the different eyes. Allow yourself to see in the dark. And in order to hone this skill in the dark, that means you're not going to give it, it's not going to be like on a billboard for you. It's not going to be a flashing sign. It's going to be, you're going to need to fine tune that subtle energy and the way you walk subtly. The devil will tempt you into thinking that it's not so, it's not so. Devil's here, and this is attachment. This is coming through, again, attachment to the old senses, attachment to what is the physical. There will be a different way of physical receptivity. Often we hear about people, you might have a ringing in the ear, or people will get the hair on their neck stands up, or a chill comes in. Start paying attention to your body in a new way, because you're having to hone and fine tune the way your senses have worked before into the more subtle things. This is huge for you. Victory is coming in big, strong here. This is something when you pay attention, you'll know. When I hear this, or when I have lyrics drop, or when my ears are ringing, pay attention. You'll know when I get a chill, or it's like, yeah, that's right. A gong, yeah, really, really, yeah. Okay, the difference between a gong and a clunk, I've talked about, but when the gong resonates out, it's like that. And it's like gong, you're going to get resonance. You'll feel the resonance. Yeah, I'm sure it does track. This is part of your work. This is second nature. You have a skill and a gift for this already in place. You have a knowing it's time for you to lead out and inspire in the way that you feel moves your spirit. This is the ambitious and kind of the entrepreneur type of card, but it's also the leadership card that inspires others. Sometimes not always good at the close relationships, but meant to lead. So step into the leadership area. When you need to, you need to. Hang on. And I don't know why I just got something that said my visibility is going to be limited for 10 minutes. I do not know why that's about. No idea what I could have possibly said that got that, but don't sweat it. The Fool is saying you're at the new start of your journey. This is huge. It does feel like you are opening a new chapter. It feels like an old one has just recently closed, and it's time. And you might go 3 pages into the next chapter and then flip back and look again, and then keep going forward. This is what's coming through. The reverberation of the gong, the ripples. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's the day you got restricted for no reason. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I'm showing up doing the work, and that's what we're doing. And that's what you get to keep doing too, all of us. But particularly, so when you ask what's going on, and you ask what's going on as far as paying attention, pay attention to these little things that are the gifts of your body telling you something, when whether it's a gong or a clunk, whether it's a ringing in the ears, whatever it is, you'll start honing your own skills, and you'll start knowing when to trust. You might even, if you're out driving around, and say for some reason your spirit is telling you, or you're getting the hint, hey, take a different road. Take a different road. Wayne Dyer used to say something about it's all green lights. And there have been times where I've been traveling and just kind of listened and followed, and all I get is green light, green light, green light, green light, green light. It's a fun way to play with the universe, and treat it as playing with the universe. Treat it as dialoguing and a play and an exploration, and you learn it quicker, and it comes through, and you learn to trust it more. All right, I'm going to get a little water, and then we'll do your pinch for Krista. 1 second. 1 second. All right. A little bit of water, and then we'll do charms, and we'll do the pinch. Yeah, Blondie's not letting me go. That really is interesting. I don't know what's in that song that might be big, or if this is just the obnoxious enough, big enough thing, because it is just in my ear like an earworm, and it's like, come on. But that's what's coming up. So yeah, it really is saying, call me, pick up the phone. If you were going to call someone in real life, you would call, and you need to keep calling and keep messaging back and forth. Okay, now back to this other, the charms for Krista. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we've got something different coming in. We're getting a lot of nursery rhymes coming in right now. That's interesting. I'm getting the nursery rhyme, This Old Man. And the nursery rhymes have brutal origins, but the fact that the station has changed now. The station's changed. Something that is familiar, a cadence moving forward, familiar, a cadence moving forward. Okay, I'm going to lower this so you can see what's going on the charms reading. So we'll see what's happening. Okay, for Crystal's charms reading. Whoa. Okay, not to worry. All right. Why did it drop? I say not to worry, and then it dropped, and this is what it is. See what it is. Wow. It's bee and butterfly all at once. Some people would call it moth, but what it is the wings that are sprouting after transformation. I don't know if you can see this well enough. I'm going to hold it so you can. Hopefully you can see it. It's the wings that are sprouting after transformation. It's also the knowings that come in and that give you wings. It's the caterpillar after the cocoon has cracked. The goo is off the wings. It's just before the pacing begins and the wings are starting to spread and the knowing is starting to land. This is something huge for you. So for you right now, there's something about, you know, I am always talking butterflies. I really love the butterfly as a totem, but this is that energy just beforehand. It's the knowing just before. It's an inner knowing of something. It doesn't feel like precognition, so don't be confused. It's not that. It's a recognition and an awareness of you just beforehand. It's like it's like you knew somebody would do that. You knew somebody would do that. So it's a knowing just beforehand. It doesn't feel as big and weighty like people get precognition and they get all kind of, but I think you got it. Yeah, you got it. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Of course, we have another butterfly in here. Of course we do. Another butterfly here. And then here we have the horse that is the rider usually, but this one is the one that has the unicorn's horn. I don't know if you can see it well enough. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can. But it's got the unicorn horn. There's magic in the way that you're receiving messages. And this is coming through as the unicorn horn being an antenna. It's the way you receive. It's like the unicorn horn is showing you as messenger, you as ready to receive a message and bring messages forward. And this is you expanding your wings. The butterfly charm is right there, right there. It totally tracks for you. Good. Glad it makes sense. Butterfly is right there, open-winged, open-winged. A little bit less of the work that is here. This is more expansive, more expansive coming up for you. Open heart, and really this is coming in through too. So often we get the two realms for you. And down here we even have another horse. And this is a horse that also has magic going on. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the flip on that tail. There's just something about this that is just a little bit more playful and inspired. It's not like the horse and rider and work, work, work. This doesn't feel like Kentucky Derby horses. This feels like unicorns. That's what it feels like. Unicorns, unicorns. And having the antenna ready for the message is huge. The heart is open. The wings are open here. I think you can see that. Let me see if I can. Right here. Wings are spread and open. Heart open. Like literally open heart. Then you have here, it does not surprise me at all, the anchor. This is you being grounded and taking direction and the way you steer. So these are definitely, they may sometimes indicate travel or ships or all of that would be nautical, but this is feeling like this is anchor where you steer. Anchor where it is you want to go. Anchor what it is you want to do to navigate towards. This is huge for you. And then you have this of being of two worlds. The salamander here. We saw it in the King of Wands is a salamander thing. This is what's going on. Being of two worlds. This is you are going to have to be grounded in order to fly. It feels like you're going to have a little bit of paradox going on. You're going to have a little bit of contradictory in order to move forward. Is that feeling right? Yeah, that's feeling right. Okay. We're going to the Garden Witch Tarot. What else does she need to know? I want to know more on that salamander. Okay. Look at all of this green, 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 green. This is the color for you to be aware of right now this summer, the open heartness of the green as you're studying, as you're going forward. This is huge for you. Huge, huge, huge. Holding the light at your own home. This hermit, you can see outside her own cottage. You can see her there. This is what's going on. Anything else? No, that's it. That's complete. That's what I've got. That feels very, very complete. Don't know what that's all about other than what I've expressed to you. And it is like you're opening up and expanding. And the open heart, the receptive heart is huge for you. Yeah, the receptive heart is huge. The cadence that I was referencing before, when we're getting references to nursery rhymes or children's books or things like that, sometimes there's something in the story of childhood that will be sprinkled into your day, so to speak, like sprinkles on a cupcake. That's kind of what it is like. And that's what it feels like right now. You are so, so welcome, honey. So welcome. Yeah, that was amazing. That was beautiful. And that's what I got for you. Wow. Yeah, that's complete. So you are so, so welcome. All right, let me get a little bit of water, and then I'll hold up my little sign and show you guys what I'm doing, and we'll see what's happening and go from there. List is clear as far as I know. Yeah, I might be still grounded from TikTok. Who knows? Yeah, if I could figure out the algorithm, that'd be great, but I don't know that it'll change as soon as I figure out anything. Isn't that the way it goes? But a little bit of cooling off time, and then I'll hold this and show you guys. This is what we're doing today. What you just saw was a charms read. I do those for 10, and that's just fun to throw the charms down. They read kind of Lenormand Tarot blend on those. There's $20 for the blind oracle, 30 for the year ahead, 40 for a mini, and 50 or 30 for a mini, 40 for a full. And these are the cards. Usually I use a couple of tarot decks like this one. I'll show you. Whoa, sorry guys. Okay, so this one here, you can see I have multiple of the decks, and I like to read in duplicate or triplicate because when you get the identical imagery, it's just hugely impactful. It's like the neon sign from the universe. You want to thank me for the read 2 weeks ago? You did just about 2K at your crash show. Yay! Yay, I am so excited for you. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yay, thanks for the feedback. Oh, I'm so glad for you. Yay, yes. That's awesome, honey. That is wonderful. Yeah, I remember a little bit of that. You know, I'll be lost in the read, and then it's kind of moving on. But I think that in that read, it was like, don't worry, it's going to go well. And I think that's what came through. And I think we were like, okay, that's reassuring. Seems like, yay, went really, really well. Hooray. Good, good, good. Oh, I'm so glad. So, so glad. Yeah, that just tickles me pink. My age is showing when I say that one. That's like a phrase that my mom would say too. Tickled pink about something. Yeah. I don't know if that's a good phrase to say or not these days, but yeah, that's what it is. Very pleased and happy for you on that. That's wonderful. Okay, let me go back to the sign in case you guys need to know. This is how you can get on the list and get on the paid list. My specialty reads the bones, the crystal ball, and past lives. I do. Those are $50, and I incorporate cards with these. You always say trust you 100% because it's always correct. Now, Jamie, nobody's 100% correct, and always trust your higher self above me or any other tarot reader. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I will give you what's coming through even if it makes no sense at all to me. It doesn't have to make sense to me. It'll make sense to you guys. That's why you get the quirky weird. It's how it comes through. It's how it comes through. So that's what's going on. And this is the rest of that going on. And let's see what else do we got going on. Oh, so the other day I was looking around it. Let me see if I can. Here it is. So this is like the reading mat that I like to use for the Naked Heart tarot reading mat. And I use that when I do the bones reads. And my bones are all, I'll pull this out. I found this other day and I was like, yay. And I had set it aside, but the bones are there. But I'm like, okay, this was super, super fun to do and super fun to find. And so where was it? Cleverly hidden right beside me, under a book, beside me, below on the desk. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding. So sometimes we're like a little bit blind to what we're looking for. All right, we'll just go with it. We'll just go with it. Sometimes we don't see what's right in front of us. Doesn't even matter. It's like, okay, when you're meant to find it, you find it. And it's always, yeah, it's always right under our noses. And it happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. It's just part of human nature sometimes, I think, that it's like, humble pie for Ange. That happens. But yeah, that's what's going on. And anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else major going on. It's kind of just regular. Are I the one who uses the great charm? I use the charms. I use this, Jenny. Can you see through here? And so if you want a charms read, it's like $10 and I just go in for a pinch. It's $10 a pinch. If you want me to do 2 pinches, I'll do 2 pinches. And then we just read. So I don't know if that's what you mean by the great charm, but yeah, I do charms reads and I love it. I love it. So those are fun. And I have them in this box from the Wild Unknown. So this is a different thing, but I like the box enough that I put my charms in there and just shake them through. So yeah, that's what I do. When I'm not doing the oracle readings or the tarots, and I love those too. So you can kind of see, I don't know if this looks familiar to you, but that's what we got going on. I love, love, love tarot. And I love reading. I love divination. I love reading the charms. The Lenormand I like, but not as well as tarot. The oracles I like, but not as well as tarot. But, you know, that's okay. I've got probably 80 different oracle decks and we'll read. The charms readings are interesting. Sometimes I'll do charms readings with the bones, but you know, whatever you guys want to have me read, we'll do it, and just have fun in the read and see what comes through. So that's how I do. But boy, is it warm upstairs today, and my air conditioning is fixed, but I'm thinking it's just warmer outside. So the heart charm with the brown bowl. That might be somebody else who does the heart charm with the brown bowl. I'm not sure who that is, Jenny. If I was, I'd give a shout out. That sounds like really fascinating. So I just read the charms from, I pick them from here. I've got a brown bowl, but I don't really use it for that. I think it's just different. So I think you're thinking of somebody else, honey. So if you guys know who it is, if anybody else in the room knows who it is to send Jenny that way, send them that way. Send them that way. I'm always excited to see other readers in and send people to see different ways of interpreting information, finding information, all of that. So yeah. But we're just kind of kicking it and hanging out and doing our thing. And like that. What else? What else? If you guys got questions or if you want to see a certain deck and I own it, I'll show it to you. You're also a reader. What's your favorite deck, Jenny, of late? And I know that's really hard to say because there's so many wonderful, wonderful decks out there, but what's your favorite? So if you have a favorite, share it. I happen to love the Dark Mansion quite a lot. And I don't think I can pull that and show it to you. If you haven't seen it and you love tarot, this is one worth getting. It's pretty fun. It's this one. I don't know if you've seen this. It's from Taroteca Studios, and I'll just flip through some of them. This is one of my favorites, and I've gone to it so much that I set it aside a little bit, but yeah, it is like asking a bookworm, what's your favorite book? In what genre, right? So it's really tricky, but look at this. Look at this. I mean, doesn't that just crack you up? It just is great, and it doesn't come with a guidebook or anything. It's just really, really fun. But it's from Taroteca Studios. And this one is one that I have to say, it is definitely one of my absolute faves. I mean, look. The Animal Tarot. So there's a bunch of Animal Tarots that are super fun. There's one that's the Animal Totem Tarot that's really great. I have one that I just call the Chubby Bunny. There's a Capybara Tarot that's super cute. And never underestimate the cute decks. The Animal Tarots, there's all kinds of them, like the Moonlit Garden, I think that's one. There's a bunch. So yeah, that's a great one. That's great. Here's this one. I'm going to show you this. This is Seven of Cups. And I call this the window shopper card because of this picture. It's like you're trying to make decisions, and it illustrates it so well. I'm like, okay, that's perfect. That's part of the reason I really love this deck. And I probably will never outgrow it. It will, like if you had to be stranded on the desert island with only 10 tarot decks, I would want this to be one of them. And what a torture that would be. But anyway, a torture to be only having 10. So yeah, but that's what's going on. So if we want, we can do a collective tarot. If we want to do that, let's do that. Yeah, we're going to go into a collective now. I think that's what we'll do. Because this deck doesn't want to leave my hands. It's not letting it leave my hands until we do it. So that's what we're doing right now. So we'll do a collective. See what's cooking. Your empath related to you through your readings. Oh, yeah. Good, 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 good. Good. All right. Any messages from the crew for the collective? I'm going to pull one card from each messenger. When I'm working with tarot, I'm usually working with my guides, and there's Nell and Mo and Gogs and Lucy that are my guides that come through when I'm reading tarot. I'm getting to pull one card from each messenger or each guide. So let's see what we got. Okay, from Nell. And yeah, we're staying in this deck. From Nell. The King of Pentacles. This is very interesting. This is, Nell is very much water element. She's usually splashing around, very, very fairy type of energy. King of Pentacles. What do you want me to notice about this? She wants me noticing the way the jewels are stacking up on his gown. I don't know why. The blue jewel right there, the blue gem. She's wanting me noticing this in a big, big way. It all begins with flow. She's showing me 3 vignettes of what's going on with her. There's 3 vignettes, and she's showing me basically it all begins with flow and then play and then exploration. Frequently, you won't see her. I will see her, and I'll talk to you guys about her. She'll be kicking and splashing. She sits by this rock, by this stream, and is kicking and splashing, or she runs down the forest woods, or she's just sitting there. It all begins with flow. This is what she's showing me. Anything else? The fruit's coming forward. There's things that we don't notice, and right here is the fruits coming forward. It's something about being grounded. When we're in flow, we're very much more grounded, easier to move forward. What else we got? Anything else? No, just have fun. And she's giving me the sound of chimes again. It's always tinkling and the sound of chimes. This is really good. This is get grounded, but enjoy the playful light spirit. Anything else? She's pointing. She's pointing. She wants me to go to Mo. Okay. What about Mo? What does Mo have to say? What does Mo want me focusing on? Mo is usually the one that brings a post-it note. Slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. The pause that happens with this card, the slow down, the change perspective, the slow down, the slow down. Sometimes I'll get some of the same musical references, and she's giving me the slow down song from Emmy Rossum. There's too much rushing and chasing and moving and chasing and moving and chasing and moving and chasing and rushing and chasing and being and slow down. Just slow down. Like Mo is actually going and sitting down in a chair. She's often behind this desk. And she'll hand me a post-it notes, and she's like backing up and saying, yeah, it's like they are all doing a different kind of shift right now. Very interesting. Slow down. Slow down. Okay, what else is coming through? Gogs, what do you have for us? Gogs is the one that's usually in the woods. What does he got for us? Okay, 2 cards are coming through. Frozen in the work, frozen in the ambition, and what I'm getting as the image from him, he's not doing the work. He's not doing the work. Neither of these cards mean work. This one means limited beliefs, and this one means leadership. And he's showing me frozen in the work. You could only chop so much wood. What I'm seeing is him playing with a small child, and it's like rolling and laughing and tossing the child up and catching the child and laughing. They're in the grasslands. They're all very, very different today. But the limiting action that we always see, the work, that's not all there is to somebody. Who we believe ourselves to be is not only just those limiting beliefs. It's more than that. We take the stronger lead by allowing some time. He's referencing Nell, the play. What else is going on? This is like it's like it's his grandbaby or descendants down the line. We don't usually see him in this mode. We usually see him grizzled and wise and blah, 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 all this wizened old man type thing. He's playing with a grandbaby. That's what we got. That's what's going on. He's not working today. He's taking the day off. Take the day off. Mo says slow down. Even Nell says I'll be in flow. They all want us to slow down, to not push too hard. Really, really. Okay. All right. Anything else? No, he's just laughing. Laughing with that little one. Okay. We'll go to Lucy. What do you have for us, Lucy? What card do you want us to pay attention to? Lucy wants us to do a deeper work. Now, this is the card of work. Lucy wants us to do a deeper work, to look again at the machinations that's going on. This is big. It's almost as if we need to slow down before we can approach the work again. And look at this guy. He's got his back into it. He's got the plans right there, but we need to look at the plans. Look at what's going on around. Really, really, this is big. It's like it's okay to slow down and keep your eye on the prize. It's okay to look again at what the overall objective is. It's okay to look again at what the overall goal is. That's what's coming through. Okay. All right. Lucy's coming through, and usually we see Lucy, and she's got this cliff, and then she goes to this pavilion, and we're not in that space. She's higher. Um, yeah, yeah. She's looking down from almost as if she's high. Usually we see, yeah, okay. The ravine, the canyon, the water, we're on the cliff's edge. We walk up into the pavilion. Usually that's where Lucy and I meet up and whatever. And we are high. Like we could only see the dome of the pavilion really far below. It's perspective. This is what we're looking again at. Look from the greater perspective. There's big change, yes? Big changes going on right now. The perspective is the greater perspective, the bigger picture. Look closely at the bigger picture. Not, yes? Don't be so myopic about it, is what I'm getting, is you need to look at the bigger picture. It's why to be in the flow. It's why to slow it down. It's why they're all saying slow, and she says, look again at the work, the greater work of your life, the greater tapestry of your life. Look at the tapestry of the night sky and see all the stars in alignment. See how they are reflecting the light that has been sent forward. It is time, yes, time for us to do that same thing, to reflect our light, to be able to shine, to be aware of what our work is, but not caught up in it, not caught up so we're just a cog in the machine, but choosing a deliberate effort. Choose a deliberate effort going forward. This is what's being asked. Choosing a deliberate effort in going forward. What else, Lucy? She's showing me the whole panorama. She's showing me up the canyon, there's a bend in the river that is comes through and then feeds out this direction. Give me the ability to articulate this. The little stream that feeds into the river allows the flow through. The little streams that feed into the river allow the flow through. Don't block the little stream. The inspiration that is small. Don't block the small bits of inspiration as they come through. Don't underestimate the small bits of information or inspiration as they come through. The little stream feeds the flow just as much as any other greater river. This is a beautiful thing to recognize. We all, however we stand in our efforts, whatever contributions that we make, whatever it is that we are offering, adds to the universal flow, adds to the whole collective, adds to the group. Don't underestimate what it is as your offering is too small. You still have flow. If something is dammed up and blocked, it doesn't allow flow through. When you are yielding to higher self, you're allowing flow to move through. Don't underestimate the power of the work that it is. When you channel through things, when you allow things through you, when you allow your little self to be the instrument, to be the channel, and allow flow to move through you, you are anchoring down the light. You're anchoring the light into this time frame, into this moment. Don't underestimate the power that you have to anchor that down, and how change happens a little at a time. Things open up a little bit at a time. Little rivers become bigger rivers, and canyons widen. This is something big for us to know. She's going back up. Slow down. Be pleased with your work. Do what it is you do. Offer what it is you offer, and let it flow. That's what's come through. Yeah, I got it. That's complete. That's complete. So that's what we've got from the guides today. Holy cow. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what we've got. Yeah. Absolutely. I wish I could give you guys what I see in my mind. I wish I could give you guys, I wish there was like a screen that, look, there it is. But it's, we are living in a beautiful time, and we forget that because there's so much chaos going on around us. When we slow down and take time with those that we love, when we slow down and offer our gifts in whatever way we can, then we are doing what is necessary to allow flow to happen. That's what's going on. That's the message conveyed. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to get some water. Get in some water. And then we'll see what else we want to do, or how we want to go. Thank you, Kim. Thanks. Yeah, it's a tricky thing. It's a little bit trippy and weird, but it's like, okay. And when we offer up, there's going to be times when we stumble in what we're doing. There's going to be times when we're like, I can't find the words. Just keep trying, whatever it is, just keep trying. Whether you're trying to tune into your guides or your gifts or whatever's going on, whether you're trying to tune into your creative side and do art and creativity a little more, it doesn't matter. The effort and the intention is honored. And really, really, there's a huge amount of pride, I would say, in a good way. There's pride from the other side about how well we are offering our gifts. Even if we feel like we're not doing the best job of it, don't be so hard on ourselves. The other side is pleased that we are offering something forward. They're pleased that we are ready to move forward, that we're wanting to help in the way that we can. They know that we don't have the full scope. They know that the view in the human form is limited. They know the challenge level that it is to be in human school. They know that. They know it. We forget, and we accomplish so much and do so much better than what we even realize. So that's what's going on, guys. So if you've got other questions, we can do other questions or look at other cards or take a lunch break, whatever is good for today. So yeah, that's what's actually going. So anyway, thank you for tapping the screen, guys. I don't know what else is going on, but it's like, okay, we're just rocking and rolling here and doing our thing. Thank you, Wild Empath. Thank you. Oh, it's time to do the puzzle piece. You know how it goes. Hopefully I've got that. Wow, my phone is really hot right now. So, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah. So we're just kind of chilling. Where do I find my husband's stuff? My husband's actually a driver. And so if you look for I Feel Good, and his name is Phil, Phil, that's my husband. And he'll just, he does stuff that's like, if you're a trucker, you might find it more interesting. That's what he does. He loves to drive. Like, he comes home and what do you want to do? Do you want to go on a drive? We've gone out for a drive that's like, let's go on a Sunday drive. And we end up, we live in Utah. We ended up in Idaho before we came back. It's like, okay, he loves driving. So he loves that. And he'll be on tomorrow, and he typically stays off screen, and he'll pass me the card. So he'll show them really close up to you guys like that. So he'll break out a card and be like, okay, there you go. And that way you can see it. So, and I usually ask him to do that, and he'll tease me, and I'll, give him the raspberry and all kinds of, give him grief back and forth. But has he been to Superior, Wisconsin? I don't think so, Jenny. I think the furthest he's been recently has been like one of the Dakotas. So I think he was in Montana a couple days ago, and we went out for the Truck Driver Championship years ago, and we went out, and it was great fun, but I don't think it was Wisconsin that we were at. So yeah, he'll bust my balls, or I'll bust his balls back. That's just how it goes sometimes. So that's what we do. But yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that's what we got going on, and I'm anxious for when he comes home every time. Yeah, it has been a really long time since he's been outside the regional areas. I mean, and he hates going to California. California is beautiful, and he's actually from Torrance, but the traffic is so crazy in California that it takes forever to go just the shortest distance. So yeah. So I don't know if he would if he ever got sent to Wisconsin, it would be like something really is screwy going on, because there's lots of other drivers that would do that region or that area. So yeah. But okay, well, if you guys don't have any other questions or anything, maybe I'll get off the TikTok for a while and get some stuff handled around the house and see what's going on. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, Phil said it was 50-50, but I'll try and work on him and see if he'll want to come on tomorrow night. So when we've done that, usually around like 8-ish, but I don't know. He might want to do it. I don't know what time frame it will be, but that's what we'll do. So I'll step out for now, because it just kind of feels like about the right time. Chill for a bit, have a sandwich, he'll get home, and then maybe tomorrow night we'll see you all guys back here again. That'd be very fun. Thank you for being here, everybody. I love doing this and love being able to share this with you. And we will see you later. Okay, bye, guys.